Welcome to the Horror Hotel, and today we're gonna look at a not controversial, but maybe a movie that people were a little bit about when it was announced that it was gonna be remade, and I'm talking of course about Pet Sematary. So let's get on with it. Remakes have been popular since forever, yes, even in the 60s and the 70s, and there are few things within the movie community that are that controversial. Will it be good? What will they change? And also the classic, how dare they touch such a classic? I more or less think that we are all guilty of this kind of behavior, especially if the remake is announced of one of your favorite movies. And for me, that would be Pet Sematary. It was with a slight gasp I read when Bloody Disgusting posted an article about its announcement. Personally, I don't think there is a lot of people that doesn't already know the premise of Pet Sematary, or Djurkyrkogården as I called it when I read the translated Swedish version of Stephen King's novel as a kid. The story goes that a family moves to a new house and a new town because the husband, Louis Creed, takes up a job as a school doctor. Their new house is right next to a very dangerous road, which almost immediately kills Ellie's cat, the daughter's cat, Churchill. But hope is not lost, as their new neighbor Judd knows about a place that lies beyond the pet cemetery, where they can bury Churchill instead, which has some dire consequences. First and foremost, I think the movie definitely holds itself up without having to be entirely compared to the original movie. The one down here is that it goes a little thin on a few things and is a little bit fan servicey, which might be a slight problem for younger generations that are watching it. But with that said, I think these people will also be pretty pleased with the movie. But of course, one of the more interesting aspects of the movie is how it holds up to the original, and generally I think it really does. There are some major changes in the movie that might be unnecessary, but nothing really damning, because the story is there, and it's more that they focus on certain areas and less in others. What this excels a little bit more in, which obviously also has to do with the age of the original and its budget, is the scenery. Everything looks great, and the forest is as eerie as ever. The camera work is also really well done. Nothing goes too fast, it isn't too dark, and its color palette is pleasing and feels like a horror movie. The actors, yes, even the children, are doing a really good job as well. I don't really think anyone is miscast or pulls off a bad performance at all. The only thing off for me is that I'm so used to the original movie, so their appearances come off as a little bit wrong. But that is obviously on my part and not the movie itself. If there was ever a remake to be nervous for, this one would be it, I guess, or maybe Hellraiser, but I'm glad to see that there was never really anything to worry about. I have seen some fair criticism of it, and that is all well and good, but I do not entirely agree with them all. I might think, however, that there isn't enough gore or Zelda scenes though. In conclusion, I don't think that we really could have gotten a better remake or remaster of the Pet Sematary. I think it's good. It still has the story. I'm glad the changes were made with some of the source material at heart, and I just think it's great. I think everyone should see it and just enjoy themselves for once, unlike most people like to do on the internet. And with that, thank you everyone for watching this video. I really appreciate it. So if you want to follow me on here and subscribe on here, and follow me on Twitter. You can also follow me on Letterboxd, where I usually put up the scripts for my reviews and review some other movies that I don't make videos about. And you can also follow me on Twitch, but I don't stream that much right now. we'll get to that later. And well, thank you everyone for watching the video. I see you guys next time.